Well, it's been a hot minute, huh? Hi, my name is Fox, and I'm the person behind the screen. It's been a while since I made any content, but I'm here now, and I've been wanting to do this for quite a long while. Life has given me ups and downs, and it's been hard to come back to this type of work, or any type of artwork. But due to a little someone that has recently come into my life, I've been cheered on to come back and try to at least do some content. And what we are doing today is redesigning one of my oldest OCs, Leo. If you've been on this channel long enough, then you probably recognize this face that I'm slowly raising up onto the screen. If not, then don't worry, I'll catch you up. Basically, he's someone that was used on this channel before and was the mascot or my face of the channel. So he was kind of like my persona, and he was someone who I projected myself onto at the time when I was neglecting the idea of being trans. Spoiler alert, that didn't last long. Leo was my pride and joy and my hyperfixation at the time, because I swear there wasn't a day that I wouldn't draw him. Fast summary, Leo's world is filled with Andronas and humans. They coexist, but only to have humans being the ones on the top of the food chain. This world had a bad history of Andronas being the dominant kind, but they didn't really do much until a special kind of Andronas came along that had powers. Ooh. So humans got fed up and decided to do some hide and go seek and basically lowered the Andronas population. And now we are taken to modern day where there's only a few Andronas left, and there's a not so secret human group that's been making more Andronas by using volunteers or by force to possibly get these special Andronas that have powers to use as weapons. So they are gambling with people's lives until they get their perfect product. But guess what? Leo's a special Androna, but he was born like that naturally, because guess what? His family has been in hiding forever and did not want humans to duplicate them or use them as weapons. But oh my god, they had a lead as to where they were hiding, and now Leo's parents are missing, and Leo was given to a lovely family, and Leo lives a normal life. So many twists and turns, and I swear there's a lot, but Leo does know he has powers, and he can control them. He comes off as a defected Androna. He tells people he's genetically flawed, and his 3 tails are the work of the not-so-secret group. He now is a model under an Androna agency and has a lovely group of friends that help him on his journey. Now that that's out of the way, it's time to give my son a glorious makeover. We are starting off with warm-ups. I haven't drawn to my liking as of recently, and I've been my biggest hater over my art, so I thought going back to my roots for this task was the way to go. So here I am, mostly sketching out his old design and basically figuring out how I drew him back then and getting the feel of not really caring for what I put onto the paper. After that warm-up, I moved on to sketching only with the line art pen. I was figuring out his new hair while keeping in mind his personality, which I'll explain a little here. Leo is a fluffy and sunshine type of lad that loves to care about others with no hesitation. He's the embodiment of the smiley face sticker and will stick to his loved ones very closely. I wanted his carefree mind to be projected onto his hair and giving him more of that I really don't care look. He really doesn't mind how he looks or is perceived by others other than his own group of friends or family. He minds his own business and hopes people will mind theirs. And as you can see here, you could tell I kind of paused and kept coming back to that doodle there. That's where I fell in love with that hairdo. So I started doodling it around the page just to get the feel of it and seeing if I can do it repeatedly without fail. With this hair picked, I just went on to putting that hair on a body to see if it worked well in different poses or if I liked the shapes. Now, the hardest part for me is clothes, so this was crucial to me. I had to look up references based on what I kind of vibed with. Leo actually isn't a fan of tight clothes and anything too heavy. He likes lightweight clothing or clothing that references any of his interests. I wanted him to still keep a bag, mainly because of his autism. Yes, my boy is autistic. Leo was primarily based on my twin siblings that are in fact autistic, so whenever I need some help or ideas, they tend to be my inspiration, and usually they both carry bags. with necessities, and that's mostly earbuds and electronics because they aren't very social and prefer to keep to themselves in different environments. For Leo, I wanted him to carry items that let him not get too anxious in different places, and some little trinkets that he likes to fiddle with. Originally, he had specific fidget toys, but I kind of wanted to change it to trinkets that his friends give him. So like, if they make satisfying noises or a texture they know Leo would enjoy, they give it to him. And this poor boy is a mini hoarder, so he usually keeps every trinket given to him in his bag or has some on display in his 1-bedroom apartment. The planning part is kinda all done. Doing this was really good for my soul because I really felt like I could do no wrong when doodling this on my sketchbook. I've become so strict with myself that I forgot what this feeling was. We are switching over to digital. This is where I doodle out his pose until I like the one that I want to eventually color. I also want to note this whole design is based on his new background of him being a gamer. Yes, a gamer. A gamer with a really big social media presence because he would upload clips/montages of his gameplay onto a site and suddenly became this top tier gamer. He's a really good FPS player and knows how certain games work to a T. But here's something funny. During this part, I was talking to my friends and I brought up a random thought of making his special interest be Cooking Mama for no reason. And that thought never left my mind. And now it's part of his character. I went back and forth with his shirt, but when that conversation happened, I went back to change it up to match his interest in some way and gave him a star earring to represent the stars when you receive in the game. But the thing is, we made a joke that even though Cookie Mama was Leo's favorite game, he was actually not that great at it. This was the only game he wasn't actually good at, and he does not mind one bit. He likes that he can enjoy a game with no real consequences other than receiving 1 star, so that's why he only has a 1-star earring. He doesn't really want to get good at the game, but enjoys the fact he can play it repeatedly and never gets tired of trying. The whole world of Andronas and humans still remains intact with this background, by the way. He's just been given another occupation to fit more into his interests. I didn't want yellow to be his main color since I wanted his eyes to pop and it would unintentionally make him look like Tails. But something about it made me think that it would bring out his personality a bit more. I liked the contrasting pose of him being shy and closed off to himself while his outfit brings a welcoming vibe, which is basically how he is. I decided to also put some of his gifted trinkets hanging off of this chain on his pants, just so he can have easy access to fiddle with them, but without making himself feel awkward, having to rummage through his bag at random times. And this is it. This is the finished look. Here are some notes I forgot to mention or added in last minute. I fixed his hair a bit and added the brown roots that I wanted. His shoes are low-key based on Portal 2. His actual job is being a part-timer at a game store, and he's based off of Silver Fox. Like me. Thank you so much for watching. The goal for this video was really for me to fall in love with creating again and to see what I can do to improve my work. Next video should be about my first artist alley in December, so heads up for that. Little shout out to Matthew for being a spirit member on my Ko-fi. If you are interested in supporting me and wanting to see behind the scenes work, you can check out my Ko-fi, which will be down in the description. Let me know if you like these types of videos because I rarely make videos with my voice. But yeah, anyways, have a good one, stay safe, and be kind.